From the sands of ancient Egypt to the thrilling adventures across the world. The Mummy, 1999. The Mummy Returns, 2001. And The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, 2008, gave us unforgettable heroes and villains. Today, we'll see the Mummy cast then and now, 2025, discovering how they've changed and remembering those we've sadly lost along the way. Arnold Vosloo, born June 16, 1962, gave his most iconic performance as the cursed high priest Imhotep at 36. Appearing in Part 1 and Part 2, his portrayal was the film's entire narrative engine. He was far more than a monster. He provided the epic, tragic backstory that gave the adventure its high stakes and romantic soul. He was the titular mummy, a terrifying supernatural force of nature whose quest for love supplied the film's entire driving conflict. Currently, at 63, the veteran actor continues to be a formidable presence. His terrifying yet sympathetic portrayal lives on, forever remaining the definitive villain and emotional core of The Mummy. John Hannah, born April 23, 1962, played the scene-stealing Jonathan Carnahan at 37. As the only actor to appear in all Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, his role was the essential pressure valve for the audience. He was the film's vital comic relief, cutting the tension of the relentless horror and action which allowed the scares to hit harder. He grounded the epic stakes with his charming, greedy, and cowardly humanity, often advancing the plot purely by accident, reminding the audience what normal people look like. Currently at 63, the celebrated Scottish actor continues his prolific career. He remains the definitive, beloved, and structurally necessary comic thread of the Mummy franchise. Brendan Fraser, born December 3, 1968, starred as the definitive hero Rick O'Connell at 30. Appearing in all Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, his portrayal was the film's charismatic engine. He was the essential brawn to Evie's brains, grounding the supernatural horror with rugged charm, perfect comedic timing, and formidable action prowess. His character was the audience's anchor, a modern man of action whose skepticism and heroism defined the saga's adventurous spirit. Currently at 56, the Academy Award-winning actor is celebrated in his renaissance and continues his prolific career. He remains the definitive, charming, and gunslinging adventurer of The Mummy. Oded Fehr, born November 23, 1970, played the stoic warrior Ardith Bey at 28. Appearing in Part 1 and Part 2, his role was the film's living connection to its ancient mythology. He served as the guardian of the lore, the human element of resistance, and the embodiment of sacred duty. He was the crucial counterpoint to the hero's treasure hunting, reminding them and the audience of the apocalyptic stakes and the solemn history they were disturbing. Currently at 54, the Israeli actor continues a successful career in television and voice acting. He remains the definitive, noble, and steadfast guardian of Hamunaptra. Kevin J. O'Connor, born November 15, 1963, delivered his most memorable performance as the treacherous Beni Gabor at 35. Appearing in Part 1, his character was the film's vital human antagonist. While Imhotep provided the supernatural threat, Beni embodied pure, cowardly, and opportunistic greed. He served as the catalyst for the disaster, the translator for the monster, and the chaotic third party whose self-preservation complicated everything, acting as a dark mirror to Jonathan's comedic greed. Currently at 61, the veteran character actor remains active in film and television. He remains the definitive, iconic, and cowardly weasel of The Mummy. Rachel Weisz, born March 7, 1970, starred as the brilliant Evelyn Carnahan at 28. Appearing in Part 1 and Part 2, her portrayal was the film's true intellectual and emotional engine. She was the essential brains to Rick's brawn and the catalyst who resurrected the villain. Her arc from clumsy librarian to resurrected princess was the saga's central character journey, providing the romantic core and the human stake in the fight against Imhotep. Currently, at 55, the Academy Award-winning actress remains a global A-list star. She remains the definitive, brilliant, and adventurous librarian of The Mummy. Patricia Velasquez, born January 31, 1971, played the tragic and deadly Ankhsu Namun at 28. Appearing in Part 1 and Part 2, her character was the entire motivation for the saga's conflict. She was the why, the object of Imhotep's forbidden love, whose death and betrayal set the curse in motion. While often silent, her physical presence, both in flashback and resurrection, provided the film's epic romantic stakes. Currently at 54, the Venezuelan actress and model is a successful entrepreneur and humanitarian. She remains the definitive, beautiful, and tragic catalyst of The Mummy. Dwayne Johnson, born May 2, 1972, made his cinematic debut in Part 2 as the Scorpion King at 29. Though his screen time was brief, his role was structurally massive. He served as the film's ultimate preliminary antagonist, the ancient primordial evil whose defeat was necessary for Imhotep to gain control of the unstoppable Anubis army. His role was the catalyst for the film's entire third act, and his explosive charisma launched one of the biggest solo careers in cinema history. Currently at 53, The Rock is one of the biggest movie stars on Earth. He remains the definitive, legendary Scorpion King. Maria Bello, born April 18, 1967, took on the established role of Evelyn Carnahan at 41. Appearing in Part 3, she had the challenging task of replacing the original actress. Her portrayal was a narrative pivot, shifting the character from a brilliant librarian to a more seasoned, action-ready novelist, adapting to the film's new setting. She served as the veteran adventurer and the continued matriarch of the O'Connell family, providing the necessary emotional continuity for the final installment. Currently, at 58, the Golden Globe-nominated actress remains a prolific force in television and film. Luke Ford, born March 26, 1981, played the adult Alex O'Connell at 27. Appearing in Part 3, his role was the narrative's intended future. He embodied the passing of the torch, serving as the new generation's reckless adventurer and mirroring Rick's original persona. His discovery of the Dragon Emperor was the catalyst for the new film's conflict, and his strained dynamic with his father provided the central family drama of the sequel. Currently, at 44, the Australian actor continues his career in film and television. He remains the definitive, grown-up adventurer of the O'Connell legacy. Eric Avari, born April 13, 1952, played the curator Terence Bay at 47. Appearing in Part 1, his role was that of the hidden protector. He served as the film's primary voice of caution, the scholar who understood the true apocalyptic stakes while the heroes saw only treasure. His character was the crucial red herring, revealed not as a villain, but as a noble guardian whose sacrifice provided the hero's first major loss. Currently at 73, the veteran actor continues his prolific career. He remains the definitive, wise, and sacrificial guardian of the Mummy. Jet Li, born April 26, 1963, starred as the antagonist Emperor Han at 45. Appearing in Part 3, his role was the film's new central threat, replacing the established villain Imhotep. He was the Dragon Emperor, a being of immense physical and supernatural power whose resurrection provided the sequel's entire narrative conflict. His mastery of martial arts introduced a different, more grounded style of combat to the saga. Currently, at 62, the global martial arts legend continues his iconic work. He remains the definitive, powerful, and tyrannical emperor of the Mummy saga. Bernard Fox, born May 11, 1927, played the jovial Captain Winston Havelock at 71. Appearing in Part 1, his role was that of the classic, grizzled veteran and expositional catalyst. He was the link to Rick's past, the charming old soldier who provided the heroes with crucial information and supplies. His character grounded the adventure in a sense of old-world camaraderie before his heroic, sacrificial death proved the stakes were deadly. He passed away from heart failure on December 14, 2016, at 89. He remains the definitive, charming, and noble captain of the Mummy. Omid Jalili, born September 30, 1965, played the greedy prison warden Gad Hassan at 33. Appearing in Part 1, his character was the film's initial plot catalyst and its first significant victim. His greed was the mechanism that freed Rick O'Connell, literally unlocking the adventure. More importantly, his terrifying specific demise established the Scarabs as a horrifying threat, providing the film's first true moment of body horror. Currently, at 60, the British-Iranian comedian and actor continues his prolific international career. He remains the definitive, unlucky, and greedy warden of the Mummy. Jonathan Hyde, born May 21, 1948, played the rival Egyptologist Alan Chamberlain at 50. Appearing in Part 1, his role was that of the film's academic antagonist. He was the embodiment of reckless ambition, a direct foil to Evie's pure intellectual curiosity, whose arrogance unleashed the plagues upon the world. His character served as the crucial cautionary tale about desecrating history for personal glory. Currently at 77, the veteran actor of Titanic and Jumanji fame continues his celebrated career. He remains the definitive, arrogant, and doomed Egyptologist of the Mummy. Adewale Akinnuoye Agbaje, born August 22, 1967, played the intimidating warrior Lochna at 33. Appearing in Part 2, his role was the film's primary human antagonist and physical threat. He was the lethal enforcer for the cult of Imhotep, providing a direct, grounded combat challenge for Rick O'Connell that mirrored the supernatural threat of the Mummy. His menacing presence was the sequel's grounded source of action and cruelty. Currently, at 58, he is a major international star. He remains the definitive, silent, and imposing warrior of The Mummy Returns. Michelle Yeoh, born August 6, 1962, played the immortal sorceress Ziyuan at 45. Appearing in Part 3, her role was the narrative source of magic and mythology. She was the immortal guardian, the film's mystical protector, and the key to the Emperor's defeat. Her character was the mechanism for the sequel's entire magical framework, providing the backstory, the power, and the ultimate sacrifice to combat the new evil. Currently, at 63, the Academy Award-winning actress is a global icon. She remains the definitive, graceful, and powerful sorceress of the Mummy saga. Sean Parks, born February 9, 1973, played the charismatic pilot Izzy Buttons at 28. Appearing in Part 2, his role was that of the sequel's crucial Deus Ex Machina. He was the fast-talking, reluctant ally who provided the heroes with their only means of transport and escape, literally flying them out of and back into danger. His character was the essential mechanism for advancing the plot from London to Egypt, injecting a fresh, comedic energy. Currently, at 52, the British actor continues his acclaimed career in film and television. He remains the definitive, fast-talking, and high-flying pilot of The Mummy Returns. Alan Armstrong, born July 17, 1946, played the cult leader Balthazar Hafez at 54. Appearing in Part 2, his role was the sequel's primary human antagonist. He was the fanatical curator, the mastermind who unleashed the villains, serving as the direct counterpoint to Ardeth Bey's Guardians. His obsessive quest to resurrect Imhotep was the immediate, driving force of the film's entire conflict. Currently, at 79, the veteran British actor remains a celebrated figure of stage and screen. He remains the definitive, fanatical, and doomed curator of The Mummy Returns. Anthony Wong, born September 2, 1961, played the treacherous General Yang at 46. Appearing in Part 3, his character was the film's modern-day human antagonist. He was the fanatical military leader whose misguided ambition to resurrect the Emperor served as the catalyst for the entire plot. His actions were the bridge that connected the ancient curse to the modern O'Connell family conflict. Currently at 64, the prolific Hong Kong actor continues his acclaimed international career. He remains the definitive, fanatical general of the Mummy saga. Isabella Leong, born June 23, 1988, played the immortal guardian Lin at 20. Appearing in Part 3, her role was that of the sequel's primary mystical protector and guide. She was the daughter of Zi Yuan, tasked with guarding the Emperor's tomb, and served as the essential link to the film's new mythology. Her character was the mechanism for the romantic subplot with the adult Alex, carrying the O'Connell legacy forward. Currently, at 37, the Hong Kong actress and singer remains a prominent figure in Asian entertainment. She remains the definitive, immortal protector of the Mummy saga. Russell Wong, born March 1, 1963, played the loyal General Ming at 45. Appearing in Part 3, his role was the film's foundational romantic catalyst. He was the secret lover of Zi Yuan, whose betrayal and execution by the Emperor set the entire 2,000-year curse in motion. His character's tragic death was the entire motivation for Zi Yuan's quest for vengeance and the source of the film's central tragedy. Currently, at 62, the veteran actor continues his successful career in film and television. He remains the definitive, tragic, and noble general of the Mummy saga. Liam Cunningham, born June 2nd, 1961, played the pilot Mad Dog McGuire at 47. Appearing in Part 3, his role was that of the sequel's roguish transportation. He was the film's Izzy replacement, a grizzled old friend of Rick's who provided the crucial aerial escape and support, injecting a familiar, adventurous energy into the final act. His character was the essential mechanism for the hero's mobility. Currently, at 64, the Game of Thrones star is a celebrated international actor. He remains the definitive, hard-flying mad dog of the Mummy saga. Wu Jing, born April 3, 1974, played the formidable Assassin No. 1 at 34. Appearing in Part 3, his role was that of a pure high-level physical threat. He was one of the film's primary martial arts antagonists, tasked with the O'Connell's assassination. His intense combat sequence was a crucial showcase for the film's shift in action style, providing a grounded, martial arts-based danger. Currently at 51, he is one of the biggest action superstars and directors in the world. He remains a definitive, lethal assassin of the Mummy saga. Stephen Dunham, born September 14, 1964, played the American treasure hunter Henderson at 34. Appearing in Part 1, his role was that of the skeptical, fast-talking rival. He was a key member of the American group, embodying the get-rich-quick attitude that contrasted with Evie's scholarship. His character was essential for the film's body count, and his gruesome, eyeless death was a defining horror moment that established the curse's power. He passed away from a heart attack on September 14, 2012, at 48. He remains the definitive, overconfident, and unlucky American adventurer of the Mummy. Corey Johnson, born May 17, 1961, played the American treasure hunter Daniels at 37. Appearing in Part 1, his role was that of the brash, loudmouth muscle of the rival group. He was the quintessential ugly American, embodying the purely financial, disrespectful motive for raiding the tomb, a direct contrast to Evie's scholarship. His character was essential to the film's body count, and his gruesome demise was a key horror moment. Currently, at 64, the prolific American actor remains a fixture in film. He remains the definitive, loudmouthed, and unlucky gunslinger of the Mummy. Tuck Watkins, born September 2, 1966, played the scholarly American Hunter Burns at 32. Appearing in Part 1, his role was uniquely terrifying. He was the intellectual of the rival group, but more importantly, he served as the vessel for the curse's psychological horror, the survivor haunted by Imhotep. His character was the crucial ticking clock, and his gruesome delayed death was the film's most potent display of body horror. Currently, at 59, the popular television actor continues his successful career. He remains the definitive, haunted, and tragic man with glasses of the Mummy. Aharon Ipole, born December 27, 1941, played the regal pharaoh Seti I at 57. Appearing in the flashbacks of Part 1 and Part 2, his role was the narrative's foundational pillar. He was the noble victim, the embodiment of Egyptian majesty whose betrayal and murder at the hands of Imhotep was the original sin that triggered the entire 3,000-year curse. His presence provided the epic, historical stakes. He passed away after a battle with cancer on June 27, 2016 at 74. He remains the definitive, regal, and tragic pharaoh of the Mummy saga. David Calder, born August 1, 1946, played the duplicitous curator Roger Wilson at 62. Appearing in Part 3, his role was that of the sequel's key human betrayer. He was the mission's sponsor and Rick's trusted friend. His character was the crucial plot twist, revealing himself as a secret collaborator with General Yang, whose treachery was the mechanism that funded the Emperor's resurrection. Currently at 79, the veteran British actor remains active. He remains the definitive, treacherous, and two-faced friend of the Mummy saga. Freddie Both, born May 6, 1991, starred as the young Alex O'Connell at 10. Appearing in Part 2, his role was the sequel's primary narrative driver. He was not just the hero's son. He was the catalyst who inherits his mother's intellect and his father's penchant for trouble. His activation of the Anubis bracelet was the event that set the entire plot in motion, making him the central object of pursuit. Currently, at 34, he has stepped away from acting and works professionally in marketing. He remains the definitive, brave, and precocious young adventurer of the Mummy saga. Their adventures may have ended, but their legacy will live forever. Who is your favorite actor from The Mummy? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more legendary cast updates.